Being Shy, February 25. Susan Khan was a shy girl. She felt very uncomfortable in social situations. When she met new people, she felt her heart beat faster. Like many shy people, Susan did not want other people looking at her. She liked to be quiet and watch other people. But when she grew up, Susan chose a surprising job. She became a lawyer. This is usually a job for a bold person who likes to talk in front of people, not a shy person like Susan. But Susan Khan thinks that her shyness makes her a better lawyer. She told the news organization NPR, at first I had the idea that I would be disadvantaged. You know, that a powerful lawyer had to be very bold. But I quickly found that that was completely not true. There was a very different group of skills that you could bring with you. These would also make you very powerful. You know, like listening carefully to people and asking questions and building relationships with people. You are not so comfortable in groups. Fine, you can do it along with one other person. That can be much better. Susan can thinks that being shy can be good. She even wrote a book about being shy. Today's spotlight is on being shy. The Shyness Institute reports that almost half of all people say that they are shy. Social scientists studies the young adults in 8 countries across the world. They found difference between the countries. In Japan, 57% of people said that they were shy. The lowest number of shy people was in Israel, only 31%. In most countries, about 40% of the population said that they were shy. There are many levels of shyness. For example, some people are not shy when they are with their friends, but when they are in a new social situation, they become afraid. For other people, shyness can be a mental problem. In social situations, they become so worried that they cannot speak or act. This can stop people from performing well at work or in society. Dr. Lisa Gold of Georgetown University Medical Center told the news organization NPR about this serious sickness. It is a somewhat common problem. About 15% of the population have a mental condition of extreme social fear. Some have a disorder that makes them very afraid around other people. This is an extremely painful and limiting condition. It may interfere with how someone can work and produce and live. But why are some people shy? Scientists say that is it because of two things: genetic character and life experience. Scientists at Harvard University in the United States did a study of 2-month-old babies. They saw that the babies behaved differently from one another. Of verified babies, one was very active. This kind of baby were bold and liked to make noise. And one of verified babies was the opposite. This kind of baby was very quiet and sensitive. They did not like loud noise or bright light. The sensitive babies was likely to shy as older children. Experience also affect shyness. Some people become shy because of what has happened to them. For example, children who are overly criticized by their family can become shy. The Shyness Institute says that children who are shy usually have parents that have fewer friends and fewer family social activities. But children with sensitive characters do not only have negative experience. Good experience can help sensitive different become more bold. They can even grow up to be adults who are not very shy. Many cultures place a higher value on being social, and people who are bold can be more successful socially. Shy people might feel that they are not as good as social people. Shy people may feel that they have a disadvantage in their social life, in their work. But shyness can be an advantage. Many shy people have good characters and good skills. Shy people are often very good at listening. They are good friends because they listen more than they talk. Susan Kane is a shy woman who became a lawyer and writer. She explains how research have even seen these good qualities inside children. Children who are shy also show stronger conscience. They are much less likely to teach or lie, even when they think they cannot be coached. People form their consciences by being sensitive to disapproval. Unscientific children is forming a strong conscience early on. Studies show that the children are much more likely to show sympathy for others. This continues all the way through life. So when you look at these children when they grow up that have good characteristics like sympathy and harshness, but not all shy people are able to show the good characteristics. Professor Tony Canston of George Mason University explains to NPR. Some people with extremely shyness might have these good morals. They may be sympathetic or giving or thankful, but we find that these skills are often unused. The reason is that very shy people are so self-focused. They are very worried about making a mistake. They are also focused on whether someone else can see their fear. This makes it difficult to support other people. A shy person may not have a choice about being shy. She becomes shy because of her genetic character and her experience, but she can learn to use the good skill that many shy people have. In this way, she can do something good with her shy character. Do you think there are advantages to be shy? What is your experience with shyness? Share your story on our website.